Shalom. I want to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Back here with another lesson through the spirit, man. This one to come at y'all with a lesson. I was watching a lesson from the elder brother, GMS Keep Pushing. And he was talking about the importance of fearing the Lord, right? Think about it, an entity that cannot just kill you or harm you, but can also harm your soul in the afterlife, right? And that ultimately takes a magnificent amount of power, which is why he is called the Almighty Power, okay? The Most High. So I wasn't necessarily going to talk about fear, but I mean, I am going to go into it a little bit more. So my basis of this lesson is based on wisdom, okay? The importance of wisdom, right? So I'm going to pull out some precepts concerning the topic. Not sure how long this lesson is going to be. Just going to really let the Spirit take its course and pull these scriptures out. So I got a few in my head, but Lord willing, like I said, Lord willing, the lesson be edifying to those out there listening and watching. So I know I'm talking low, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my earbuds on. Make sure y'all can hear me better with the microphone and stuff. Salaki. Alright, so hopefully y'all can hear me, man. And actually, I'm gonna stop it right here to make sure that y'all can still hear me. And I'm gonna add this clip on. Alright, Con. So, yeah, I just checked my last clip just to make sure that you all can hear me and whatnot. So it's good. Yeah, man, like I was saying, Lord willing, us to be edifying to those out there listening and watching. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get into it, man. So, this kind of was on my spirit when I was talking to a worldly friend over the past weekend about, you know, you have people who are out here that are 40, 50 years old and they don't know shit, okay? They don't know nothing. You will see somebody with gray hairs and think, oh, they're wise and all this other stuff. And the age of a man does not determine his wisdom, okay? So I'm going to split my screen. This is Job 32:8. But there is a spirit in man and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. And Barakatah. Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. Okay? So, and there's other scriptures as well that goes into not understanding judgment. I believe that's in the book of Proverbs. I want to say 30 maybe, or 29, 28, somewhere around there. But it also says the wicked understand not judgment, but the righteous understand all things. And you tend to see that, you know, amongst the common folk. I call these worldly people common folk or normal people, as well as our own, you know, the 2/3. Okay, things are going in the world. They don't understand it. They don't understand that it's judgment from the Lord, right? And judgment is judgment is often what's the word I'm looking for? Judgment is often referred, or I would say, I don't know, like a better word, put together with justice. When you talk about judgment, justice is also in the conversation, so to speak. Okay, so let's read this in the NLT. But there is a spirit within people, the breath of the Almighty within them, that makes them intelligent, understanding. Sometimes the elect, or Salaki, sometimes the elders are not wise. Okay, so that's what that word great means. Let's get it. Great, captain, elder. Greatly, man. Okay. So it says sometimes the elders are not wise. Sometimes the aged do not understand justice. Like I was saying, and you have that. You see that a lot in the world, right? Like I said, people not understanding justice, not understanding judgment. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're just unlearned, or the Lord has a spirit on them, the spirit of blindness, or the spirit of slumber, so to speak. Because, and this is what I'm gonna go into more into this lesson, right? Judgment, or Salaki, wisdom is a gift that is given by the Lord, by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's not something that you can just come across easily, right? Those who truly fear the Lord are the only ones that are blessed with wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? So now that I've hit on that precept, let's get this. I could read all three of these and go into one of them. This is Psalm 111, verse 10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, right? So that's what that brother was going into, the fear of the Lord. Because there's a lot of things that come from fearing the Lord, okay? You can get wisdom, knowledge, understanding, stability. And like basically the point he was making was that it steers you away from sin as well. When you're in the spirit of fearing the Lord, it makes you not want to go against what he says, right? If you're in the spirit of fear, you're gonna not want to do certain things, right? Like I say, man, I got people around me or friends and stuff like that who get hella tattoos. Nigga, I'm scared as shit to do some shit like that. Not because the fear of needles or the fear of pain. It's the fear of transgressing against Yahweh Bashim Shah. Okay? That'll ultimately stop you from doing certain shit. If you know you're not supposed to do it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. Or if it feels wrong, probably shouldn't be doing it. Right? A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. Okay? And like we say, man, it's not you can't be saved by the law. It's not the law, the law, the law. Ultimately we have to be saved by grace, and if you're basically predestined, okay? So ultimately how you gonna be saved? His praise endureth forever. Alright? This is Proverbs 1:7. The fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is the beginning of knowledge. And really that's Yahweh. But most people, they'll give praise to the Most High. They don't give praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, or they don't acknowledge Yahushua, which we don't have a relationship with Yahweh without Yahushua. So the wadi Yahushua for that, okay? The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, okay? So we could definitely go into that real quick. Let's start from verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, and Solomon was the wisest man in history. Right? Read the book of Ecclesiastes, the Wisdom of Solomon, which I haven't read yet. But actually, I've read it, but I need to read it again, so to speak. The Song of Solomon. Solomon's mentioned a lot throughout the Bible. Solomon. So, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity. Like I said, justice and judgment go hand in hand. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. And discernment is something that doesn't always come by to people as well too. So that's another addition of having wisdom. A wise man will hear and will increase knowledge, increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. To understand a proverb, a proverbial saying, a parable, and the interpretation, the words of the wise in their dark sayings. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Okay, so the fools, man, are our people. Our people are fools. They choose not to understand. They choose not to read. Okay, learn these scriptures and whatnot. They are consumed with the things of this world. Okay, they're consumed with the day-to-day, the basic shit, vanity, so to speak. So let's go back into that. So like I said, I can go to verse 9 actually. So this is Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 9. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Right? And a just man is a man that's righteous. And that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be just men. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Right? So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge. So you can't get that. You can't get there. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. Okay, so wisdom prolongeth life. Let me see. I want to get this. Let me see. This is Proverbs 10 and 27. The fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. Right? The way of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. Okay, so like I said, I'm not gonna go deep into the fear of Yahweh Shai, but ultimately you cannot get wisdom and knowledge without fearing the Lord. Okay, and that's a lot of people's problem. They do not fear the Lord. What did he say, man? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Fear the Lord and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we got to do. Is fear the Lord, keep his commandments, and do the will of Yahweh Shai. Okay. And it seems so simple and easy to us, but to the wicked, man, it's like asking them to go on a marathon across the world. It's like asking them to go to hell and back. But to us, it seems so simple and easy, right? And this is what I found. So like, this is what I want to pull out the Wadi Habashim outside. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. Lauren Hill. This is Proverbs 16 and 16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Right? You could keep on reading down, but I really want to hit on that, man. It's literally telling you it's better to have wisdom than gold, and understanding than silver, man. Right? And there's a precept. Con, man. Matthew 16 to 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So ultimately, what's the point in all these riches and whatnot? Riches cannot, what did it say, man? Riches cannot save you. Let me just pull it up instead of trying to paraphrase this. This is Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but just wait is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly is wisdom, man. That's why we was reading. It's better to be right below that. Is this the same? No, so like it. Proverbs 16 and 16. Just below that, it said, if you all peeped it, said, that was the verse where it says, pride goes before destruction and the haughty look before a fall, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, kind. Better is it to be a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Right. That was Proverbs 16 and 18 and 19. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Okay? And you can't be righteous without fearing the Lord. It's all full circle, man.
It's all full circle, man. And this should lead me into this precept too, man. I love this scripture. It's Proverbs 3 and verse 13. Happy is the man that finds wisdom, man. It's like I said, man, wisdom does not, wisdom is a blessing from the Lord, man. It's a blessing from Yahweh Shem Shah. Not everyone can be wise. Just like not everyone can be a part of the elect. It's a very rare gift to be, um, so to speak, to be presented with. Happy is the man that finds wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. And what were we just reading? And this verse right here trips up a lot of women. I see a lot of women have this verse in their bios, thinking that it's talking about them, when in actuality it's talking about Sophia. And Sophia is just another word for wisdom, man. Right? Sophia was a Greek word for wisdom, I believe. And we can Google that real quick. Sophia, meaning wisdom in Greek, is a concept with roots in Hellenistic philosophy. And who were the Hellenized Greeks? The Israelites. And religion, appearing in Platonism, Gnosticism, and Christian theology, often personified as a feminine figure representing divine wisdom. Right? She is more precious, Proverbs 3 and 15, she is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. And we know, man, humility cometh before honor. That's why we're in this humble state right now, man. We can't get to the kingdom of heaven without Jacob's trouble. We're in a lowly state right now for a reason. So then, when we get to the top, when we get to the kingdom, man, we're with Yahweh Shem Shah. It's going to feel that much better because we went through the straight gate, because we went through the trials and tribulations that Yahweh Shem Shah, well, the trials and tribulations that Yahweh Shah had to go through, right? It's going to feel that much better. It's going to feel like we accomplished something. It's going to feel like it was worth it, because it will be. It's going to feel that much better. It would be different if we just got handed the kingdom without having to go through shit, which is what a lot of jakes want to do. But like I always say, man, you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too, man. So length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of plenty. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and her paths are peace. Right. So when a man finds wisdom, he finds peace as well. It's another plus. Let me get this. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 5. The Lord Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure, man. It's a treasure unto us to fear the Lord. Right? It's not, and it's much more than just saying you fear the Lord. It's based upon your actions. It's based upon the way you live your life. If you truly do fear Yahweh Bashim Shah. Okay, and from that comes wisdom and knowledge and abundance of other things that I've covered in this topic, man, in this lesson. I don't want to leave it with this. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 18. Let me see if I can find a backup precept to get that. There's definitely a precept for it in the Apocrypha, but I don't have my other notebook with me right now. So I don't wanna stay stuck on it because it'll prolong this, and I don't know where it's at right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I'm gonna end it with this, man. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 18. For in much wisdom is much grief. Uh, of course, you all can read above this. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Right. So it's a good thing to have wisdom and knowledge. But at the same time, the more you learn, because remember, man, their whole goal is to confuse us, keep us lost. Hey, we're the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So ultimately, when you come into this thing, hey, like you said, man, what was that, John the 3rd chapter? Okay, you're being reborn, right? You were baptized by the Spirit. You're being reborn. Okay, you're learning new things that you never learned and that you could have ever learned in the world, right? And through that, learning these things, man, it ultimately does increase grief. I will say that. And that's the reason why when you learn more and more, you start to separate yourself from people because ultimately the things that you find important, they don't know shit about, or you tell that they're lowly people or whatnot, and so on. But I'm not gonna go into it deeply. Just know, with much knowledge comes with much knowledge comes a lot of responsibility. And ultimately, wisdom is a good thing, but at the end of the day, it does increase sorrow. But I'd rather be in a state of grief because I know that Yahweh Shemashah is coming back soon. It's just taking time. Versus being completely ignorant and being sad over some shit in the world, man. I'd pick that any day over being sad over some worldly shit. So I'm gonna close it off there. Well, the lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. Call law Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Howard Kakodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again who taught us his truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Until next time, I say Shalom Israel. Shalom.